So the goal of today's lesson is to write the equation of a linear function using Desmos specifically. So I'm going to start with a problem where it gives you a graph and you have to write the equation. So in order to write the equation of any line ever, remember you need 2 points. Okay, you always need 2 points. So I'm going to start by identifying 2 points. And it could be any 2 points. I'm going to use this one down here. If I can get it, it's like right there. Okay, so that is -1, -5. Okay, and then the next point I'm going to use is I'm going to use this point up here, which is 1, 1. Could I have used different points? Yes, totally I could have used different points, okay? Those are the 2 that I chose to use. So I'm going to make sure that I can see my Desmos at the same time. Oh, I think I could use it at the same time. Come on, Desmos. Okay, so I'm going to start by opening up a table. Okay, so there's my table, and I'm going to put in my points. So 1, 1, and -1, -5. Okay, so I should make sure that they're in the right spots. So if I'm looking, that's this point right here, is right here. Okay, and then I'm checking that point. That looks good too. Okay, so the next thing we do is we write in the equation. So normally it's y equals mx plus b. But you're going to notice that in this table up here, so these aren't x's and y's, they're x1s and y1s. And then we get this triangle of death. Do you see the triangle of death? Okay, that means we accidentally put in equals when we should have said approximately that. Okay, once I change it to approximately, look, it gives me my m is 3 and my b is -2. So if I go ahead and record those, remember it's y equals, so let's get a different pen. Y equals mx plus b normally. And this time my m is 3 and my b is -2. So y equals 3x plus -2. Okay. But you know what? I think something is missing because look, it says it's crossing at -2, but mine is for sure not crossing at -2. So what did I type in wrong? So I got my -1, -5. Ooh, look at that. It's not -1, -5. Look what I did right here. Ooh. It was actually -2. Do you see that? And that's going to change my whole equation. This is -2, -5. Okay, so let's check. Is the y-intercept correct now? The y-intercept is 0, -1. And if I'm looking at my graph, my y-intercept is 0, -1 as well. Okay, so let's change my equation so that's correct now. Okay, so my equation is y equals 2x plus -1. So now my y-intercept matches, and my slope should be puff positive because I'm going up a hill. And my m value is positive, so that's good. Okay, so now let's try another problem. Remember, always go back and check. Does it make sense? Is your y-intercept correct? Is your slope correct? Right sign. Okay, so the next one says find an equation of the line with slope of -2 and it passes through the point 1, 4. Okay, so we're going to clear out our Desmos again. Okay, so always we need 2 points to make a line. So I'm going to start by setting up my table. So I know I have 1 and 4. That's for sure a point because they gave it to me. Now I also know that the slope is -2. And for the slope to be a -2, I have to turn it into a fraction. So really it's -2/1. And the rise is -2. And the run is 1. Okay. Now we got to think about what rises. Okay. So if I say the rise, that's up and that could be down. So that means what goes up and down? Hey, that is the y value. So the rise is -2. And the run, okay, the run goes left to right. So that is the x value. So the run is x. So the run should be +1 because this was a +1. Now I could just do this. 1 plus 1 is 2. And 4 minus 2 is 2 as well. So my 2 points are, let's see. My 2 points are 1, 4, and 2, 2. Again, I got to put in my y1 is approximately mx1 plus b. And my m this time is -2, and my b is 6. Make sure that this makes sense. Does it look like it's going down 2 over 1? It does, so that must be right. So my equation this time is y equals -2x plus 6. And let's double check. It is going through this point 1, 4, so we're good. Okay, so remember, when you have 1 point and the slope, use your rise to alter your y value and use your run to change your x value. If your slope is negative, only one of them can be negative, because if they were both negative, guess what? A negative divided by a negative gives you a positive, so that's not possible. I always make the rise positive or negative. Okay, I don't normally change the run. I always make the run positive. Okay, so next up, what if they gave us 2 points? Well, like we said before, 2 points make a line. So my 2 points are 0, -1, and 2, 3. So I'm just going to come over here to Desmos, and I'm going to plug them in. So plus sign, table, 0, -1, and 2, 3. Okay, and remember I put in my fancy thing. y1 is approximately mx1 plus b. And there we go. I got an m of 2 and a b of -1. So I'm just going to write that down. Y equals 2x plus -1. Okay, let's check it. So let's check this. Are both points on there? So there's the 2, 3. Okay, and where's the other point? Oh, there it is. So those are the 2 points, and they are verified. So that is my answer. So the biggest thing to remember, the hardest part to this, I believe, is when you only have 1 point. Always use the slope, the rise over run, to alter your table so you get 2 points. Okay? Always use the slope to alter your table to get 2 points.